So I've had this journey. The last 5 years have been pretty amazing and crazy all at the same time, but I'm in the process of becoming illiquid. Had 15 properties, getting down to 0 after divorce, and making some really emotional moves. And the point of this video is any men or women out there going through a divorce or a separation. I wasn't even legally married, but I refuse to give somebody what they wanted when they were doing illegal things and lying about things. It wasn't like I left. I did everything I could do. And to be honest, they had some substance abuse issues that I knew about. But when you're young and you allow your emotions to take over, it was all my fault. I'll tell you this. The whole thing was my fault. I picked her. I chose to fight it. It took me 3 years to get my kids, which I'll never regret that. But the part that I fought was taking the 3 years off during real estate, which was the best time ever, to fight the number one battle, which was my kids. Somebody broke up my family. And my thoughts in that point was it was just for money. But looking back, the reason I'm telling you guys this is because I'm going from millionaire to negative million. And I haven't had alcohol or any kind of drugs in over 4 years. And I say that because, all right, in 4 years I've had three or four drinks in 4 years. So wedding, things like that. But anyways, the point is, because I don't lie. So the point is, I've been going through the most uncomfortable, lowest part of my life. And I find that the hardest thing is my brain going back and what if and this and that. Why did I going back? And I'm in the middle of it right now. But I got to admit that I've handled it better than anybody I know, handling lesser of things that they go through. So what I've seen is that I'm more frustrated with the fact that I wish I would have handled, differently. However, I never would have got the strength that I have now going through these things. It's going to make me a better person overall. I'm very selective on who I give my time to. And I'm going to build something even bigger now because I have a bigger chip on the shoulder, which is owing people. I never owed money in my whole life, ever. I've been debt-free forever until I bought real estate, and then I had 15 doors in 3 years, but tomorrow's 38. But when I look back on that too, I just see these things I could have done differently. At 24, I had $90,000 saved up. And the reason I'm sharing this video is because I want to mentor people to make better decisions that I made, and I had really no mentors at that time. Up until 10 years ago, we had YouTube. So before that, there was no YouTube. So now I've been soaking it up, and mentors like Alex Hormozy, Andrew Tate, Sebastian Ingalls, Patrick Bet-David, and it's about 10 or 20 more. So it's pretty amazing what you can do here. So the point of this video is for any young men out there. Money's easy. Picking the right person, you should take your time on. And you should grow yourself. And a lot of it has to do with your background and the stability and the people that are in your life. And I'm not making excuses, but for those people, you had some trauma, it's okay to make a lot of money. I know growing up, my whole mission was just to have enough money to not worry about money. And all that did was make me worry about money. So all the money I made, I just kept investing it, which was a good discipline to have. However, if I would have been a little more balanced, enjoyed my money, all my friends had nicer cars before I did, and I was making way more money than all of them. That's one of my regrets. I should have enjoyed the money a little better, been a little more balanced, not so extreme. That would have made me richer a whole lot earlier. So those are the things that I put systems in place where I know live off 33%, save 33, invest 33. I used to invest 66. And rates went down or doubled over 4% overnight, which has happened once in history. And I didn't know this, so I was very bullish on real estate. Bought 7 homes in a week. Also wasn't working, so I had to start selling again because I had too many battles going on. The main message here is I've been in extreme amounts of pain, but I don't allow it out. I'm equanimitous all the time, practicing equanimitous, which is even-minded. And I believe that what you go through, you can grow through, and you'll never grow through what you don't go through. So the mess is in the message. So analyze mistakes you made, things you did correct, and be limitless. Don't save your way to being wealthy. I can see it in everybody else when people have 15 homes paid off and they're not leveraging. But I didn't see it in myself. I was the opposite. They were saving their way to freedom. I was leveraging my way to freedom, which leverage is the best way to do it. You just got to have the right disciplines. Probably do a little bit more research. But the ego led me, hey, I got here, I know what to do, I can do it, and went all in. Chips on the board. And now, if you guys want to stick with me on this journey and see how it comes about, but it's going to be probably one of the hardest things I've ever done, but also it's going to bring out the best in me. It's going to force me to grow, to become better at everything I do, to become more calm, to be more patient, to be more diligent. I'm extremely disciplined, but I could be more disciplined. So, going back again, any young men out there, please choose your woman, but not just because she's hot. And once you get emotionally attached, so this is honestly, until you know how to handle your emotions, date a girl for 6-12 months before having any kind of sexual relations with her. Because when you're young, you're just not strong enough to separate your emotions from your logical decisions. Your emotions will win. So if you can do this, you will be way more successful than I was, and I became a millionaire at 35. So get better in all the realms. I know you've heard this 1,000 times, but it is so important. You are who you hang around. So it's better to be by yourself than with anybody bringing it down. And that was really one of the hardest things for me, because I'm pretty isolated these days. And I do love people, but I don't like any negativity, and I just like growth. And with that being said, I'm obviously holding back a little bit as far as the complete situation that I'm in. But what I'm focusing on is so when I started over selling again, I say started over, I was still selling real estate, but I was training and giving deals to other people. And because I'm all in whatever I do. So now I'm all in on becoming a billionaire. And the reason that is because whatever I set my mind to, I do it. Anything. I've never not set my mind to something and accomplish it. So now I'm going to put my mind on becoming a billionaire. That means 95% of my free time is reading, listening, and executing. So if you're young and you guys would like I'm thinking of smart man learns from his mistakes, a wise man learns from others. So learn from other people's mistakes, but the one thing that's going to keep you from that is your ego. You think you know everything, but really you're just lacking courage to do the hard things that the mentor will tell you, and that'll keep you from growing So you'll quit on yourself and you'll quit on the person. And this is why I don't do any mentoring for free anymore other than on YouTube, because it's actually doing the other person an injustice by saying I don't believe they're capable of making more money and spending that money, even if it's only $2,500, $3,000, whatever it is. By committing that money, you'll have their commitment, and their commitment is what you need. So all I'm doing is making them pay for their way not to back out of this. So if you're not truly committed, you're going to waste my time, and your time and my time is more valuable. So it's pretty simple, but it took me a long time to learn that, and I had to go through, those last 5 years of trials to realize the value that I have, that I've trained so many agents to make $100,000 their first year in real estate. I know I can teach anybody to do that. So if you guys want to learn how, put 100K down below, and I will teach you. So until next time, guys, stay on the upward. Progression is key. Remember, who you are and who you become is more important than the money. The money will just be a tool for you to make better moves for your life. Remember that. Be blessed.